So when I was in India, I was the face of Crocs. I was always the darkest brown skinned person who was considered dark enough and appropriate enough to be in the campaign. Right now, modeling is so diverse. Like, there's so many models out there who are doing so many different things. Because like modeling right now is not just runway. We were on set and they did not have makeup for my skin because I was too dark. Which is why I said yes and no. So again, going back to what you just said, trust. Trust is like a very important fundamental thing. There is money in print. There is money in commercial. There is money in advertising.
From Halifax to the world, Warren De Silva is redefining fashion, confidence, and self-expression. A model, content creator, and journalist, Warren's journey isn't just about style. It's about owning who you are. In this podcast, we dive into his world, his insights, and the stories behind the looks that make a statement. Ready to step into the world of Warren? Let's spill the tea. Welcome to another episode of Tea with We. And today we have, I'm a little starstruck. Today we have the one and only, please welcome Warren! Woo! Woke. Giving Madonna. Woke. Alright, let's do our signature cheers.
Okay, how do you do it?
Just like, cheers. Cheers. Is
Approved.
that
Approved.
okay? Tea is approved.
100%. Tea's also going to be spilled.
I'm so excited. Warren, tell us about yourself and tell people why am I starstruck.
I don't know why she's starstruck. I honestly don't know. But
You should go on their Instagram page. Then you will know why am I starstruck.
I mean, sure. Warren.n.go. Go check. But so I grew up in Mumbai, India, and I've lived all over the place. And I've called Halifax home for the last 1.5-ish year. I'm studying journalism and I'm a model. I'm a content creator. I'm into marketing. I'm a sales associate. I'm a new pet dad. What else do I do? I write poetry occasionally. Yeah. And there's lots of other things on the plate. This is going to be a very interesting year for me. There's a lot on the go. There's a lot of...
What's new? Tell us what's new.
There's stuff I'll be telling you about when the camera cuts because I might be back because we've got more to talk about. I'm already telling you.
Damn.
I'm already telling you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, tell me like one thing that I really want to talk to you about. You seem like a full package. Before I even dive into anything, what is your tip or mantra to balance so many things? It's hard to like live in another country and juggle so many things together. And I always see you're a go-getter. Like you're always doing something. Your page is always about tuck. How do you manage? Does it affect your personal life or anything?
I always believe you live once and make memories so that when you're older, you have something to fall back and look back on and be like, oh, I did this, I did that. Like last year, I did 366 vlogs. So I vlogged every single day of my life for 366 days. And I posted all of them on Instagram, which I love. Like I can now go back and see my first day back in university after winter break, my first photo shoot, my time signing, my first day when I met my now modeling agent, Solita. And the first day of me signing with my best friend as models to Soli Management, my first fashion show in Halifax, my first campaign in Halifax, me on billboards in Halifax. Like, yeah, like I've got my entire life.
And you were surprised when I said I'm starstruck. You're just saying billboards in Halifax.
My first article in a newspaper, my first cover page in a newspaper.
Oh my God! Give me a break.
I mean, you started a podcast.
Well,
Don't put yourself down. You're doing great. But that's another thing I believe in. Like, what you speak into existence is what's going to come true for you. So never put yourself down. Like, take up space. Take up as much space as you need to take up.
Right. right? Like, why just be on the cover when you can be in the entire
Yeah.
magazine?
Just
Oh my god, we should put that on a t-shirt.
don't be just on the cover. Be the entire magazine.
That's a good one. Okay, all right. So, when you were growing up, you grew up in Mumbai, which is like a very, like a buzzing city in India where life is about Bollywood, home of Bollywood and home of stars. Was it because of Mumbai and the upbringing that you had that you were like, oh, I want to be a model one day and do modeling? Or was it like after coming here?
So I've modeled before. So I used to model in India, modeled I modeled in other places around the world. It started for me because let me think exactly what was the first time. Because so my mom is very supportive, like supportive parents, 100%. Like love that to the max. Because if you have supportive parents, it's half the battle won.
Yes.
Because you're not fighting anyone about anything.
Hush, like big relief, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, Mom, I want to do this. Okay, perfect. So my mom used to keep entering me in these fancy dress competitions and these theater programs and all of that back home. I used to win it, and it was doing really well for me. She entered me in a contest for the kid face of, I don't remember what brand, but something. And that's how I started got my foot wet and like got my feet dangling into the modeling
Like
industry.
those baby contents?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those babies look super cute.
I was one of those babies.
Don't judge me. I go on those baby contest websites and stalk babies because they're super cute.
I mean, I was one of those babies years ago.
So you were always like into.
So I was always into it. And then so when I was in India, I was the face of Crocs.
Are you? And then you're like, V, why are you starstruck? Wow. Okay.
So, yes, that was a great experience, learning experience, but it was also a learning curve. So that's when I started modeling. And then that's when I found social media, because I was like, you know what? I really don't want to model anymore. I don't really want to do this. This is not for me. I don't like this entire other people putting their ideas, ideals, blah, 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 blah on me. It's like, I would do it. It's a job. If you're paying me, I will make you.
Money out of it.
I'll make your brand
Oh,
stand
okay,
out.
okay.
Like, I will do my thing. But I felt bad, like, being tokenized. I feel bad. Like I remember there was a time I even said this on, so wait, giving a shout out to my modeling agent, Solita Short and Soli Management. We did a podcast with them as well.
Okay.
That was right when I just signed. And I think I mentioned this in that podcast as well. It's a podcast live. And I remember saying that we were on set and they did not have makeup for my skin because I was too dark. And it was in India.
How pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that, like, especially I think times are changing now, but like before in India, there was such a big thing. I remember seeing this Fair and Lovely ad where you would get instant fairness by putting that cream. And once somebody from my schoolmate bought that cream and she was like, oh, like, you're so fair, you should put that, you'll look like a white person. Like, I don't want to look like a white person.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I love my skin. Like, I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful, like, everyone's unique. It's
Yeah.
such a beautiful color. And we all smile in one language.
100%.
Yeah,
And
like, what's color?
and the thing is, your skin and you is what makes you different from everyone else. If you try to take away that from you, it's like, because in a picture, you're not talking, so they can't see your personality.
Yeah.
They can't see the way your body language, they can't see anything. They can just see you in that picture. Now, if they're gonna take the one thing that's you that can be seen and that's tangible in a picture, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, true. I love Winnie Harlow.
Love her. Love her.
I have
100%.
never seen someone so confident.
100% love it.
I love her. I
Yeah.
love her skin. I love her, like, the
And she's
way
Canadian.
She carries herself. Yeah, she's Canadian.
Future guest for you. Manifest.
Winnie Harlow, if you're looking at this, please come on my podcast.
We manifest.
And don't ask me for money. I don't have it right now.
No, you will have money and you will be
Yeah, I mean, totally. Right now, no, but
sponsors, ads.
slowly.
So you should have Soli on this podcast, 100%. Like, she would be an amazing guest. Like, she would have amazing things to talk about.
I
Because she
would
has
love to have-
changed the industry. Like, for me, as I was telling you, I was not going to be a model anymore. I was like, not happening, not doing it. I met Soli through journalism. I was doing a journalism article and I met Soli. And within 20 minutes, I was like, you know what? We might just be doing this all over again. And
She's very influential. Every time I meet her, she's like, "You, mama, how are
yes,
you?" And I'm like,
exactly. You feel so comfortable being with her, and like you just feel seen. You feel represented. You feel heard. You feel like she's taking into account what you feel. Like she's not. Like with a lot of other agents, you feel like you're a means to a goal. With Soli, you feel like you're a person.
Okay.
And like that's something which I really liked.
You really like
And I
it,
was like, oh, perfect. That's why you're going to be my agent. And like I trust her with like, oh, she wants like, with branding, with marketing, because she's great at that.
Yes, yeah.
And so trust her 100% on it. And which I
Trust is the foundation, I think, of any relationship, whether it's a business partnership, a friendship, or anything. Yeah,
100%.
I do like get that.
100%. So yeah.
Yeah.
And she's done so much for the industry with diversity, like, which you with inclusion, with ensuring that people feel seen, with visibility, with breaking barriers, with breaking like nothing has been like I've spoken to people through journalism, and people have told me that in the last since 2019 and 2020, the Nova Scotian fashion scene has been changed, and I'm so happy like to be a part of that change and to be a part of Soli because, yeah.
That's really good, like, because you always need, like, I feel like change is very necessary, and a lot of times people don't. Sometimes, it becomes such a consistent pattern that nobody like sees the importance of change.
Yes.
And nobody sees the requirement. They're like, oh, why do we need to change? It's great. But sometimes it's important to
Yeah.
see it from the other side of the world, and I'm great. Like, I've met her a few times. She doesn't know me. I don't know if she knows me or not. Always she's like, hey, mama, how are you? And I love her energy. I'm like,
You should
okay.
definitely have Soli on this podcast.
I will.
Yeah.
That's such a like good thing to put
Yeah.
on my head. I really like want to take a little bit of heavy question,
Go
if
for
you're
it.
okay with that.
Go for it.
People say that people don't like to be friends with journalists because they put everything out there. Is that true?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
So-
what are your experiences? Do people tell you their secrets, or are they like, you're a journalist, I won't tell you?
Which is why I said yes and no. So again, going back to what you just said, trust. Trust is like a very important fundamental thing. As a journalist, before anything goes in a print or before you start interviewing someone for print, you have to let them know.
So it's just because of few journalists who do not go with ethics
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
and morals. It's because of them. Like, there's
Yeah.
this certain image of the journalism industry or the media industry or the lawyer.
Yep,
sector,
100%.
right?
100%.
Yeah.
It's very, for example, we could have a conversation and it could spark an idea in my head for a story.
Yeah.
And then I will come back to you and be like, hey, we had this conversation. Do you have more to say on XYZ topic? And then if you do, I'll be like, oh, can I interview you on that as a journalist? If you say no, I'm not going to talk to you about that. Maybe me as a journalist will go and talk to someone else, which is well within my rights. But I'm not going to name you in the article. But if that other person has something else to say, hey,
Yeah.
it's a story.
True.
So for me, that's what I realized, because I'm a very people person. Like I like
Yeah.
conversing with
I
people.
can see you're a social butterfly. Like, every time I don't think we have ever like met properly, but I just love this energy of yours where you have this zap. Like, you can.
We met for Christmas, Mas.
We met at the church.
We met in church.
In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Nobody cared about us.
we met in church.
That was so cute.
That was so cute. Yes, it was.
So people say there's not really money in modeling
Mm-hmm.
field. It's just on the cover. It's just all that glitters is not actually gold.
Mm-hmm.
Is there actually money in modeling?
Okay, so I would say there is money in print. There is money in commercial. There is money in advertising, because right now modeling is so diverse. Like there's so many models out there who are doing so many different things. Because like modeling right now is not just the runway. Modeling is so many other things. Like there's parts models, there's hand models, there's pet models, there is social media models, there is people who are doing your TVCs. So there is money in all of those things. Like you can make a lot, like for a commercial or a print shoot or even a billboard, you can earn money in that. Runways, yes, I will say doesn't pay you as much, and it doesn't pay well. It doesn't pay as well as commercial and print.
So how about like these Kendall Jenner highest paid model and all of that?
So she is Kendall Jenner, so
Yeah,
she
okay,
gets to
yeah.
command X amount. She won because Kendall Jenner had made a statement she won't walk in a show unless. No, she walks for only one show or 5 shows per fashion week.
Yes.
But she's reached that level where she can command that, which kudos to her. Like, hopefully one day I can say I'm going to walk. Nah, no, take that back. I want to walk in as many shows as possible. I love my face too much. I want everyone to see my face. Nah, not for me.
We love that.
Not for me.
It's the drive.
It's the drive. It's the drive. But yeah, there is money. It's just you need to know how to network, because modeling in any industry for that matter is your net worth is your network.
Oh my God, that's my favorite quote. Did you steal it from me?
Maybe.
I love that quote.
Maybe I might have seen it on your Instagram and I might have remembered it.
That's actually my Instagram bio. Oh my God, give me the credit right now. Using my Instagram bio and saying maybe.
It's your podcast.
You know, you should dive into acting too now.
I did act. We also met on this.
Yeah, we have met too much. I take the statement
we,
back.
We also met.
We met on a set,
Yes.
which was really fun. Which
Yep.
I had no clue what I was doing there, but
Hey, listen. You show up. You do what you're being told to do. You do your part. You do your part well, and you leave. Like that's what I've learned with the industry. You just show up, do your part, do it to the best of your abilities, and yeah, that's literally all you can do. You need to show up and be there, represent yourself in a way makes you happy, makes you proud, and that's basically all you can do.
that's true. That's very true. We'll take. All right. So that was like good, like dive into modeling thing. And you mentioned that it was not just because, Mumbai, but you were always doing this.
I was
vlogs
always,
and
yeah.
all. I have to like kind of understand that this industry is very unstable. Like I am myself an artist and I see there's no like clear career path where if you give this exam, you get this XYZ role. It's very unstable. It's very time constraining too, where you don't know your schedules until like the call sheet arrives late at night and all of that. Does like your mind or like your personality or whatever ever like tells you, what if this doesn't work out? What's the plan B? Do you ever think about those things?
For me, it's always been plan A. I don't really want to have a plan B because it is
love
going to
that.
work out.
Yeah.
Like, it is going to work out when the time is right. It will work out for me. And, like, hey, things are working out for me. Like, I'm not going to be the person who's like, oh, no, I'm sad. No, it's like, whatever is meant to be and whatever is for me will happen for me.
Happen? Yes.
Because I cannot hope for something which is not for me because it's not for me. It's not in my destiny to do it, so it's not happening. Yes, you said the modeling industry is very unstable, 100%. Like, I will never tell someone to quit your job and be a full-time model unless you are Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, both the Hadid sisters, even Anwar. Like, okay, cool. Yes, quit your job.
But they are also running businesses.
But they're running side
They're
businesses.
also side businesses.
100%.
Yeah.
So, no, like, there's people who think that they don't want to have a 9 to 5 and want to put that all into modeling. That is an amazing thing to do. Like, love that for you, but have a 9 to 5. Like that, you need to have your stability to ground you, and your modeling is your creative output. Because I don't want to say I want to judge the person, because I'm not going to judge you. Your life, do whatever, like, happy for you. If it floats your boat or makes you happy, I'm happy for you. But if you're asking me for my advice, have a 9 to 5, because that's your stability. You're paying your rent, and then you're working on yourself in your modeling career to build your brand, because you need to build your portfolio. You need to build your network. You need someone, like, you need, the more you post or the more you're out there, someone's going to see you and want to book you.
Yes, true. And I do believe like financial freedom or like financial relief is so important. At least make enough that you don't have to think, for example, if you get a call tomorrow in Toronto or an audition and you have to fly, you should have the funds enough to go attend a fashion week or to fly or to give an audition. Because if you don't have that money, you're going to stress yourself out. You don't have basic means. You'll not be able to focus on your art. And that's one of my like favorite authors, Austin Kleon, also says on, I think in all of his books he has mentioned that it's so important to do what you love, but at the same time, see how you can make money by combining it.
100%.
And I have heard this saying everywhere. Don't talk about philosophy until your bank account is certain. I'm like, oh, that's so true.
Yep. Yep.
I don't want to go out there and give anyone advice with an
No.
empty bank account.
No.
I just don't want to. Money
Yeah.
is important.
Yep. I wanna have a fat check in my bank account.
Right? Like, even if you want to, like, do a photo shoot, you need an outfit for it. You can just tap it, get the outfit, and be there. Talking about outfits, I've always seen you wear great fits. You really do have, like, a good fashion sense. Where did that come from? Was it journalism? Was it modeling? Was it Mumbai? Was it mom? What
Mom.
happened? Mom.
100% mom. Like
I
mom.
feel like you're very, like, idol mama and mama's boy.
My mom would say that, but she would also say, he doesn't listen to me.
When she'll be watching this podcast, she'll be like, oh, okay, like you're saying this on the podcast, but you don't listen
Or
to me.
no. She'll send me a text. She'll be like, so and so timestamp ? When? What? Like I'll do photo shoots and I'll send her like the BTS and she'll be like, you should have posed this way, and she'll send me Pinterest inspiration and be like, for your next photo shoot. I'm like, thanks mom.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have been to New York Fashion Week and like
Bombay
Where-
Times, Delhi, Lakme Fashion Week. Yeah.
so many. What is like your key takeaway from all of these fashion weeks and runways? And if someone is trying to, like just be there or get involved, what's your advice? Key takeaway and advice, both.
Key takeaway, don't take anything personal. Nothing is personal.
I think that's an advice for this artist, like creative industry.
Nothing is
Art is
personal.
subjective. Nobody's like pointing out at you.
Nothing is personal. Like, it's like you could be the best model and they might just not pick you because you're not what they have in mind for that collection, and there's nothing you can do or anyone can do about it. So just exist. Like that's something I would tell any, like, as much as I'm preaching it. I know me after casting, me sitting like refreshing my email. Like
I do that all the time.
I'm waiting to check, and like especially when like I know people have booked the shows and like like they're texting like, oh my god, am I seeing you? And I'm like, refresh, and then I get the email. I'm like, yeah, me too. But
That's such a good feeling. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I just booked this role. I just got an
Yeah.
audition.
But at the same time, it's giving yourself that grace when you don't book it. That you need to know that it's not you. It's not anyone, in fact. It's just that was not for you because they probably had a particular vision in mind and you were not the vision. And you cannot be the vision for everything because then that's not a vision. The fact that I'm not 6 foot ensures that I open every show I'm in. So I'm like, perfect, works for me. Because I did the Moore's fashion show for Atlantic Fashion Week, and I was opening the show, and I was like, guess I'm opening the show. Like, whenever we're like filing in like if the designer has not already preset the collection order, because there are designers who have a particular vision in mind with. We don't want it height wise. We want particular people to like be at different parts of the show. Then I'm not always opening it. But if it's just a men's show and I'm in it, the silver lining, I'm opening the show. The first person you're seeing is me. The first person like closing the final is me. So when the camera is rolling,
First impression.
First
The first chapter of the book. Cover of the magazine. And the magazine.
So it is something which has been something which I've been aware of, but does it affect me? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh no, I'm not. It doesn't affect me. No, it does. Like I feel like I wish I was taller. Yes, 100%. I don't want to sit
I
and
also wish I was a little taller.
I don't want to sit here and lie that I never thought that, because that's a lie.
Yeah.
But is it something that I cry? No. Like I'm
Totally.
doing well for myself. It's fine. I don't like.
And I get to wear 6 inches heels, so I don't complain.
I could never.
And the most powerful thing in the world is walking on that floor and hearing the sound of your heels stuck. Are you starting a podcast soon?
I don't know.
Tell me. Give me the tea on tea with tea.
I don't know. You'll find out. I'll let you know.
You need to tell me now.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
So I'm the CEO of Yapping, and going back to what you had originally asked me about, is being brown or being short something which has been a hindrance for me? building connections with people in the industry is so important. And like when I say building connections, I don't mean just saying hi, hello. Like building deep relationships with people.
Yes.
Like to the like wherein it's not superficial. Like people know when you're being superficial, and that's something I would tell a lot of young artists. Don't do that. Like if you don't like the vibe, leave. Like you don't have to kiss ass just to get a job or get the booking. Like if you actually like the person, have a conversation, and having those conversations is what's going to help you, because your network is your net worth. Surround yourself with the best people. Like I'll tell you from like solely, like again, for young aspiring models, like I've told so many aspiring models, like if you're looking for an agent, solely, like go to solely. Especially if you're in the Maritimes or in the Atlantic provinces, like that's something which, like for me, the reason I keep saying that so many times is because I thought I'm never gonna do this again, and I'm so happy that 2024 me decided to take a chance and do it again, because the amount of stuff that happened last year, I'm like, damn, what? Like
What a year.
what? Like I was making my end of the year like recap reel, and I'm like, that was 1 year. That happened. Like that happened. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh, okay, that was my cool. And like with journalism, is the same. Like I had this on my vision board. Like I don't know. Do you make vision boards?
Yes, I'm a big like manifestation, vision boards,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, no, my like
Lionsgate portal, I do everything.
my lock screen is my vision board, and
That.
my last year's like center of my vision board said, "I'm a model, I am a journalist, I am me." That was my quote for last year,
Love that.
because that's like something which I never thought I could do. Like I never thought I'd be able to do both. And there was a time right before Halifax Fashion Week. No, I think it was yeah, it was right before the Mills Halifax Fashion Week. And I had just written an article which made front page of the newspaper. And the next day I opened a fashion show, because I opened the fashion week that day, and I was like, damn. Like there's a version of me that would be punching the sky right now thinking that I did that, and I did that, and I was like,
That's so good. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like coming back to our topic, we were discussing about the like modeling industry and everything. I really admire the confidence that you carry everywhere, and it's not easy, especially when in this industry we are constantly criticized for our, like faces, body, and literally our body is
yeah.
a prop that they're using for everything.
I would not. I would disagree with that. I don't like using the word prop. I would say your body is like a hang. Like I would say for designers, your body is the hanger for their clothes to be sold. Like I'm not mincing words here. When you're walking the runway, you're selling the clothes. You're not selling your face. Like you could be the most stunning person on planet Earth, but if the clothes are not going to sell with you wearing it, they're not going to book you, because like they want the clothes to sell. So yeah, I would not say a prop, because
Okay.
I feel like the word prop goes back into the whole archetype of like people being used for a particular ulterior motive, ulterior goal, and that's something which which is what I did not like in the previous times I used to model, and why I'm enjoying it so much right now is because I've never once felt like a prop, because like for aspiring models, this is something I would tell anyone: have a support system so strong that you feel that even if you're on set and you don't want to do it anymore, or you're not feeling it and you feel compromised, call your agent and you can leave.
See, this is why I love talking to different people. I just learned something new. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the word we're using? Your body is a hanger that designers.
No, I would say you are yourself,
Okay.
and when you're walking the runway, you are the vessel for the clothes.
The vessel. I love that. The vessel for the
I would
clothes.
go with
Okay,
vessel.
Okay.
Yeah,
I say your body is a vessel for the clothes. I love that. That sounds sexy.
100%. Like uplift yourself.
True. Love that. But like not everyone's, born with this kind of confidence. Or not everyone in general develops this confidence. A lot of people, when they're past comments about, like you took it very well. Any comment that you turned it into a compliment rather than a comment. Not everyone can do that. How did that come to you? How did you make that happen? And I know there's like, oh, you got to think about yourself and all, but was there ever a phase where it was all affecting you and how you think about yourself?
Social media can do that to you, and like especially when I was doing social media full time and not modeling, Yes, it was complete creative control was in my hands. Like I felt like I had the complete creative control of whatever content I was putting out. But at the same time, whatever I was putting out was completely up to the public to judge and them to decide what their opinions were, what they thought about it, what their insights were about it. And that did affect because like at 19 or 20, like having 1,000 people or 800 people just commenting on your post with stuff that you don't want to read, or they find something you're insecure about in yourself, and like, because like everyone has something which in their head they, for me, it was my smile. I hated my smile. And now
You have a beautiful
I,
smile.
I,
What are you talking
I now
about?
know. I now know that. Like
Yeah.
it's literally on my profile, on my Instagram, my pinned post are two smiling pictures of me. But that was something I had to learn to love. Because I always thought that I should, in my head, have these super high cheekbones.
Like the
And
straight model face.
that's always what I thought I needed to have. Like the super high cheekbones and really thin lips and like, which is sunken cheeks and like pressed lips. And
Like
that's some,
somebody just put gua sha in your face like that.
yeah, like that's something I thought I needed to have to book gigs. So that's something which social media both helped me break down for myself because I was like, what's the point in me being? Because I remember people being like, oh, you're dressing too loud. Oh, you are not tall enough. You're not muscular enough. Because that's been something I've heard a lot on social media.
I hate that.
Yeah, and
Anyone who says you're dressing, I get that a lot too. Why are you always so dressed up, decked up all the time? I'm like, because for me, the floor
I
is
am
the
the
runway.
event. I am the event.
I'm the occasion.
I'm the occasion.
We are the outfit. You are the occasion.
I'm the occasion. No, I'm the occasion. I'm everything. You're just watching. Sure. Like if you wanna, like for me, if I meet someone and they're also wearing a good outfit, I'm like, oh, we are the occasion. But if someone's gonna give me shit, I'm like, oh, so you can just watch. Like I'm the show. You can watch.
You can watch.
You can watch. You can watch. You can
Love that.
take a picture. It'll last longer.
Last longer.
Another thing is give credit where credit is due. Like for me, I keep saying this. I remember Meeta saying this on the Signal. I've said that on social media. This happened. Oh, I'll give you the story.
Love that. Give it to me.
Do you know the brand Lemonade Stand?
Yes.
So
You guys did the runway for it for the Halifax Fashion Week, right?
we walked for Halifax. So
Yes.
so Marie, who is the who's the designer at Lemonade Stand, designed a collection which was she designed a collection which was showcased at NASCAD, and that was my first fashion show in Nova Scotia, my first fashion show in Canada. And when I walked for her, I got a ton of people sending me DMs, and there was one DM that stood out to me. I'm so proud of you seeing a brown boy opening a fashion show in North America because I never felt handsome enough being brown in a white country. And that really struck for me, and I even posted on my social media and I like tagged Soli and like Soli Management and Lemonade Stand because like, they gave me this platform and this opportunity to be the brown boy walking in the collection and opening the collection. And also, like for me, what was really important, I think you know Vishal and Arjun.
Yes, yeah. Both of them are great models. Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, it's been very like they walked so I can run, and I'm running so that the next generation can fly.
Oh my God, I love that. I love the brotherhood there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've all realized that we're all in the same industry, and we'd rather just be supportive of each other. Like because being supportive doesn't cost anything.
Yeah. I feel like people at the bottom compete, people at the top collaborate.
100%.
Like that's it.
Yeah, like that's lit, and that's something which I felt in my current agency. Like I've never once felt like I'm competing with any of the other boys because everyone just been like, my path, your path. We're sticking to our lanes. If you want help, I'll help you. Like and I've noticed that a lot during Halifax Fashion Week, in Toronto. It's everyone is so laser focused with their goal, which is what I like.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if that's the new generation of people who are learning that just they're laser focused, or it is the you attract what you put out. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm just happy it's coming from me. So I'm like, I'm not complaining. Like keep coming my way, keep coming my way.
I like that.
And then I met you that way. Like same like with like even like I've met so many like really nice people because the industry has Obviously, not again mincing words. The industry has people who talk shit behind your back.
I don't want to take any names here. Let's save their careers.
Let's say their career. Their careers, do they even have that? Like,
Drum roll!
drum roll.
This, we have to do a cheers.
Okay,
This was
cheers,
like
cheers.
crazy.
Jeez. Tea would be sips tea.
ASMR, please. That was good.
Chai.
Try. Real try.
Real chai.
Okay, coming back to it, we will wrap it, but before we wrap,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a ritual that we do on Tea with B,
Okay.
which is I make everyone say a tongue twister with Tea with B.
Cool.
All right. Hey Siri, give us a tongue twister about modeling or fashion. Hey Siri, give us another tongue twister about modeling or fashion. That's a little dirty one. Okay, that's your tongue twister.
11 benevolent elephants?
3 times.
Okay, 11 benevolent elephants. 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 11 benevolent elephants.
We love that! 11 benevolent... 11 benevolent...
11 benevolent elephants.
11
11 benevolent
benevolent
elephants.
Okay, 11...
My favorite excuse whenever I can't do a tongue twister is, I'm brown. I'm brown. That's my favorite thing. I'm brown.
What do you mean? We have been doing kacha papad, pakka papad,
No, in English. In English.
Oh,
Yeah. That's,
okay.
Yeah. When someone tells me to like say tongue twister in English, and I'm like, and if I screw it up, I'm like, I'm brown. That's racist. Got that. Got that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Warren, for being on this podcast. It means so much. I cannot wait to see you on the cover of Vogue one day on every Vogue.
Happening soon.
I cannot wait to visit NYC and see your billboards everywhere. And I'm going to be like, take a selfie, and probably you'll pick up my call at that time and be, Warren, where are you?
Probably in another shoot or running to get an interview for the next article. One of the two.
Love that. You're an amazing person, and I've always loved your energy. Thank you so much for taking our time.
Anytime. Thanks for
Okay,
having me.
Thank you so
One
much
more
for
time.
coming.
Cheers.
Tea with me.